Hello, can you
Yes,
see
hello.
me, Priyanka?
Yeah. You are visual and audible both. And me?
You, you are not visible.
Okay, wait. I'm visible or not?
Not yet. Yeah, now you are
Yeah.
visible.
Okay. So, shall we start again as a casual conversation? Yeah, we can talk topic.
We can talk about the casual conversation in this call, and maybe in next session we can have questions like you asked previously. What do you say?
Okay, you can start.
Okay. So my question is like, what are your hobbies other than teaching? Like, what do you do in your free time these days?
Yeah, yeah. If I talk about my free time, so I don't have a leisure time, literally. But my hobbies are not already you have told teaching. So teaching, cooking, making videos, and playing badminton with my daughter. It's my hobbies. And whenever I get time, so I talk with my viewers.
How do you make live stream?
Yeah, like right now I'm talking to you, so I have a leisure time, so that's why I'm talking to you.
Okay, okay, that's great. So
Yes.
your daughter is studying right now.
Yeah, she's a 5 years old, and nowadays she goes to school.
So can she speak English or you are teaching her?
Yeah, she can speak, she can understand, but she's too young. So when I started learning English, and after that I started talk with my daughter. I a conversation with her, so she can understand very well.
Okay, that's great. Okay, for
It
me,
depends on much.
yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying that that also I didn't know about this language. I couldn't explain my view, my thoughts. So that's why that time I could not talk with my daughter in English language because already I was not able to speak in English language. So how can I talk with her? But when I started learning English, so I realized no, I should talk with my daughter because it's very necessary for her. Because when she will be grown up, so that time, yeah, nowadays English hasn't become a very popular language. Every person wants to learn English. So I realized, then I started talking to her. So it's good for
Okay.
me and good for her. Yeah, so that's why it's a good environment for her. I can talk with her. Already my husband, he knows English very well. He can speak, but he has no more time because he is uh, office work, so he has to go to office in morning time, then he comes back to late night, so he has no more time for conversation with us. But whenever I get time, so I talk with him. So it's a
Okay,
good opportunity for me.
okay,
So
that's
Acha,
great.
yeah, I want to ask you, it's a personal question. Are you married or not?
No, I am not.
Okay, no. Really. So what are your hobbies and what do you do in your leisure time?
Okay, for me, like in the past, I like gardening. I have a small garden in my house. I used to grow plants and vegetables and flowers in my garden. So these days, like it's too cold here, you cannot grow things because of the cold weather. So now I shifted my hobbies, and now you can say talking to the people of different culture, different tradition. That's a kind of my hobby. Like whenever I get a new person from another country, I usually talk to them and share ideas with them. So
Okay.
this is, you can say, like these are my hobby these days. Other than that, you can say playing maybe football or cricket sometime in my free time. I really like to play some outdoor games rather than just playing inside games.
Right. Yeah, it was nice hobbies. And already, that already I like gardening. Whenever I get time, so I do. And So, okay, I want to
Do you
ask you
have
about,
garden in your house?
yeah, I have.
What do you grow?
Actually, mostly, if I talk green vegetables, and there is lots of here is lots of it's a fruits tree and seasonal.
Fruits tree?
Yeah, you can say also in my garden there is a mango, banana, lychee, this type of, and gardening are small. No, it's a seasonal vegetables I grown up.
Okay, that's great.
Yes. So actually, I want to ask you that about English language. You know that nowadays every person, also me, everyone wants to learn English. So what do you think after 20 years, 25 years, the children they will speak our native language or not? They will use our native language or not? It's a
You
good
mean
for everyone or not, because everyone wants to learn English, and also every person, also I send my daughter in convent school, and every person wants to send their student children in convent school. So what do you think about this language? What is your opinion?
you mean like after 20 age they will not speak Hindi, right? They will
Yeah,
only
I
speak English?
yes, yes.
Okay, okay. I
Before
guess yeah,
20 years,
because
no, sorry to interrupt you. Before 20 years, no, lots of person, they were not thinking about this language, because that time they were thinking, yeah, it's not necessary for us. But nowadays, I am talking the present time. So lots of a person, lots of learner, they are learning English. So that's why I'm asking, after 20 years, what do you think about this language?
okay, so I would say like it's a global language. Like every person, even you can say in the job sector, whenever you go for an interview, you have to speak in English. You have to just present everything in the English because these native language like Urdu, Hindi, they are not gonna be popular in the future because people they think like especially in India, Pakistan, they think if you don't know English, then you are maybe uneducated person. You
And
are
right,
you
they
don't know
started
anything.
judging.
Yeah, making
Yeah.
fun of you, or they started laughing at you. So I guess these days we have a lot of opportunities. Like when you and when I was a child, we didn't have these kind of opportunity that time. We just have a book and a teacher in the classroom. So we can only learn from those. That's why in past we didn't have enough resources how we can learn English language. But nowadays, even a small children, they have their devices, they have their gadgets like phone. They can use lot of applications. Even they can use lot of YouTube channel or maybe some other stuff like that. So these things, I guess, they are really improving their English and their language skills. But in the past, we didn't have this kind of opportunity. So I guess it is a positive sign of this technology. And yeah, in the future, we will not see any. Mm, we will see that this language will grow much more popular.
Okay, so what is your opinion on native language like Hindi, Urdu? So you know that that time nowadays children they are learning English, and after 20 years they will not want to talk in Hindi, yeah, Urdu language. They will focus only English language. So it's not good for our it's a native language. What is your opinion?
I guess the parent they should tell their children that in their home they have to speak in native language like Hindi or Urdu. Like you are a mother, you have a daughter, and you can tell her like it's sometime we will talk in English and sometime we will talk in Hindi. So it's a better way. Like we can divide the parts. Let's say maybe if you have 24 hours in a day and maybe you you spend 7 to 8 hours together with your children, so you can teach them 3 to 4 hours Hindi because that is your culture and tradition. You cannot
Right.
stop them like don't learn this language. So I guess it should be 50-50. We should not spend 60
Yeah, we
40
should make
because
balance.
yeah,
Yeah.
balance. I would say not balance. The more points should be go for English 60-40 because English
Okay.
is much
Okay.
yeah popular
Yeah.
because if they don't know English, then they cannot do well in their studies. But without Hindi, they can do better in their study because Hindi will not affect their grades or some other stuff like that. But the English language, they have it has the positive impact on their studies.
Right. Yeah, we should focus both language because it's one is our native language, it's our country language, and second one is it's a foreigner language. But
Yes.
yes, and nowadays every person has been become a crazy. Also, I'm fond of crazy for learning English. I will not say that. Yeah, since childhood, I want to learn. I wanted to learn English. No, last 1 years I started learning English myself, and I thought, no, yeah, it's a necessary. So then I started.
So, what type of courses do you teach in the school? I mean,
Actually, I teach in primary school, so there is no any specific subject. I have to teach all subjects.
okay, okay.
Yes. So yeah.
I
So do
guess,
you have?
yeah, no, we can wind up this session because you also have to
Yeah.
go. So, we
Right,
can
right.
have
Actually,
another
after,
session later on.
yeah, yeah. After that, we can talk, and you can send message. Yeah, any topics, then we can talk that topic.
Okay, that's great. Okay,
Yeah, it was
Priyanka.
nice conversation.
Yeah, nice
Yeah.
conversation. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye. Nice to meet you. Bye.
Bye.